Welcome back to Data Shark Academy. In previous lesson, you started a Kafka console producer and published some messages from producer to the Kafka topic. All right. Now in this lecture, we will start a console consumer and we'll start reading those messages from the topic where you were publishing. Okay. Now consumer provides you three options for the reading modes. Okay, the first and the by default is from beginning, which means is that start reading all the records from the topic from the first record onwards. Okay, the next option is the offset, where you define a specific offset ID and from there onwards you will start reading the messages. And the third reading mode is the partition, where you specify the partition from which to read the messages from. So if your Kafka topic has multiple partitions and you want to read only from one of the partitions, you can do that using this option. Okay. Again, here the command is Kafka console consumer. This is the utility that we will be using. And instead of zookeeper or broker list as was in the console producer utility, this time it is called bootstrap-server. It is still the same value, but the name of the property is different. I don't know why they kept it different, but this is how the command is defined. Okay. Next is the topic that you need to define where to read the values from. And last is the reading mode. Okay. So let's try this in our terminal and see this in action. Okay. So let me bring the terminal. So this is the screen from the last time. We have the Kafka console producer and we published these three messages. Now I'm switching over to the next screen. In fact, if you are using the MobiXterm, then you can split these screens into two parallel screens. Let me do that. All right, so this is much easier to look at this way. So the screen on the left hand side is our console producer, and on the right hand side we will start the Kafka consumer. Okay, so let's do that. Let me see if I'm in the right directory. Yes. So let me start the Kafka console consumer, and this will be bootstrap server, and server name is sandbox fun sdp hortonworks.com 1992. Okay, next I need to specify the topic. The topic is Data Shark Academy topic, and last option is I want to read from beginning. All right, enter. All right, so here as you see, we got all the messages that were published from our producer, and also there are some messages that I tested before. Okay, so let's go back to console and let's type something else. Let's give another message to our Kafka producer. How are you doing, Kafka? So as you see, as soon as I'm sending the message from producer, it is appearing on the consumer side. This is message number 1. This is message number 2. All right, so this is how a console producer and console consumer combination works, and this is good for testing purposes, but in real production you will actually be creating some applications like standalone applications which will be reading data from different data sources and sending over to your standalone consumer applications. And inside a consumer application you will be doing some kind of analytics or processing or aggregations and then storing the results. These kind of things are done in the real production, but this is the starting point. So once you understand how a producer and consumer works and how you can start both of them, this is going to help you to create the standalone application. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this lecture. Go ahead and try this on your end, and if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.